Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to this video. This video is a short review of this thing right here, the Inateck portable Bluetooth speaker. Now I've done reviews of portable Bluetooth speakers before. This one is slightly different because it's a waterproof design and I was going on holiday to Italy. So when I was offered the chance to review it, I was like, you know what, a waterproof speaker is probably something that a lot of people actually find quite useful and is something you might want to take on your holidays, despite the fact it is getting a little bit late in the season. So I took it along with me and I conducted this review. So, is it a Bluetooth speaker you should be buying or one you should be avoiding? Well, the design of the product is very, very good. It's a nice solid metal build, it feels very good in the hand, it's not particularly big, and it looks very good. It also comes nicely presented in a nice box and it comes with plenty of accessories. You've got an auxiliary cable if you don't want to use the Bluetooth connection, as well as a charging cable. All you need to do is plug it into any USB outlet and then you are good to go. Battery life is rated at just over 12 hours and I have to say that throughout my testing it never ran out of battery once and I was able to use it for more than one day, obviously not being on all day, without any problems, and from a battery life perspective it is actually pretty good. Now, because this device is a water resistant device, it's rated at IPX5, which means it's going to survive splashes, and if you're lucky it'll probably survive a dunk in the pool as well, but it's not waterproof. You're not going to want to actually take it in the pool, but if it falls in you'll probably be alright, but if you are going to splash it about then you're properly rated for protection and it isn't going to sustain any damage. Whether you want to get water in your speaker, of course you don't, because the sound quality will of course suffer, but the point is you can take this to places like the beach or around the pool and not really have to worry about it getting damaged by water. Looking at the top of the device, you've got all the buttons. You've got a phone call button, you've got a power button which obviously turns the device on or off, and then you've also got some volume up and down buttons that are volume up and down buttons in auxiliary mode. Or if you're using it via Bluetooth, then this will skip the song or podcast or whatever you're doing. If you press the plus, and if you press the minus button, then of course it will go back to the previous. So it will turn into next and previous buttons. Moving on to the side of the device, you've got a little flap that hides the connections. The connections are of course the USB and then the auxiliary jack. Make sure you do shut the flap, otherwise you won't be getting a waterproof speaker, which would be pretty annoying if it does fall in the pool, but gratefully that is pretty hard actually to forget to do. Outside of that, on the back you've got some more holes for the speaker port, and then on the front you've got the proper front-facing speaker port, grill, whatever you want to call it. I've already mentioned that the whole thing looks very good and that it feels very solid, and I dropped it a few times and I can say it is pretty durable and looks pretty much the same as when I took it out of the box. But this is a speaker test. What is the sound quality like? Well, as much as I would like to say it's the best thing I've ever heard, it's not. And it never is going to be because it's a portable Bluetooth speaker, but to be perfectly honest, I don't really think it sounds that great at all. I'm struggling to even describe it as good. Now, I did plenty of testing. Like I say, I did it for 2 weeks, and I tried listening to music on it, I tried listening to the radio on it, and I tried listening to podcasts on it. If you want to listen to the radio, then it really is fine. The dialogue is very clear, the speaker goes very loud, and it can handle songs. If you are listening to just audio podcasts with no sort of music in it, then it is literally perfect. I was listening to The Ashes in Italy for about 3 or 4 days. Of course, England beat Australia, so it didn't actually go on for 4 days, it's 3 days. But the sound quality was great, and it really was a perfect speaker. It was durable, it was waterproof, I didn't want any more. Sadly, when it comes to music, I can't say the same thing. The mid-range is okay, but as soon as you go to a more higher pitched or lower pitched noise, the delivery just isn't there. The bass is okay, and sometimes depending on the surface you put it on, you can get a little bit of distortion. So if you put it on a glass table, it was kind of resonating a little bit. It's got rubber feet on the bottom of the speaker to stop this, but do note it doesn't do this as well as it maybe could do. But realistically, music just isn't that great to listen to. For a portable speaker for about £50, Granted, it isn't that bad, but I found most of my listening was done through a different speaker, a Cambridge Audio one, which granted was double the price at around about £100, but it did sound that much better. So my conclusion really about this product is it's really well built, it's really durable, the Bluetooth is really good, it's probably the best Bluetooth speaker I've ever tested for range. The range was brilliant, it went a long way, and then it would just cut out. It wouldn't do that thing where you would slowly walk away and it would cut out. It didn't do any of that. It literally had a good range and then it died. Very nice, very easy to use, and then you just walk back into range. Brilliant, job done. But if you want a speaker that doesn't necessarily need to meet water, it's probably not going to happen, and you want it for music, then this isn't really one I would recommend. I would say go and look at something different. If you want to take something by the pool, if you want to listen to a little bit of music, but you maybe like listening to the radio or podcast, that's when this thing starts to become a good option. It's a product that's very well presented. It's a product that sounds pretty good if you're just listening to I was going to say audio, obviously listening to audio, to voice, but as soon as you start listening to some serious music and you want to use it just for music, unfortunately it is a little bit lacking. But that pretty much summarises it really, there's not too much else to say. If you have any questions about this and you want to ask, then just go to Twitter, it's at PC Centric, and then you can ask me anything about this speaker. And that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope it's been useful and I hope it's given you some more buying advice and then you can make an informed decision about whether you want this Bluetooth speaker. Thank you so much for watching this review. I hope it's been very, very useful, like I say. And if you do want to subscribe for more videos like this, as well as others on gaming, PC and technology, I should say PC's gaming technology, as that is the tagline, then stick with the channel. And you can find loads of other videos and other Bluetooth portable speaker reviews on the channel. But if you have liked this video, please do like it, and if you didn't, likewise, give it a dislike. So thank you so much for watching this video, as always, and I'll see you in the next one.